Hello. With this video I want to show you a tool. With that you can edit your suspension geometry for rFactor 1 cars. The tool was made by Taufik Pomomuzidi, as it seems. At least his name is in the copyright entry of the tool. And I will put a link to that tool into my video description later that you can download it. Yes, rFactor are usually used the suspension geometry of four double wishbones for all four wheels. And you can see that here, that is only a file that the tool uses as a default. If you open it, it's from the Panos Esperante. And yes, you can see the blue arms. The blue arms here are the front right lower wishbone. These are the arms from the upper wishbone and so on. And yes, you can also add the tire sizes here and click generate, that you have the sizes shown that your car uses. And what you have to do is you have to upload the HDV file for that car, of the car that you want, if necessary. It did the suspension geometry or the push rods that are the green arms here. When you move the mouse over the red points here, you can see on the bottom left, on the total bottom left, you can see which object it is. This is, for example, the rear left push rod. And also here these gray objects, that for example is the rear left wheel position, and this is under tray 05. Yes, and you can edit all entries. This is the loaded PM file. Here you can change the tab to the HDV file. If you want to change, for example, the under tray positions or the push rod positions that are in the front left, front right, rear left, rear right. Sections of the wheels, these two lines, push rod spindle, where it's connected to the spindle, and push rod body, where it's connected to the body. Okay, before you do that, I always would recommend to make a copy of the files that you want to modify, just as a backup. That is, on the one side, the HDV file. I will make it a copy, and the PM file that gets used, so that you have a backup copy of the original files. Okay, now you go to File and open High Def file, an HDV file, and yes, then you select the not the copy. Select the HDV file here that you want to edit, and the PM file has to be in the same folder where the HDV file is, that it can be loaded from the tool too. So I opened it now, and as you can see now, it loaded the stock car suspension geometry. And as you can see here, this car doesn't have double wishbones on all four wheels. it only has them at the front axle, but the rear axle is a solid one. The problem is that, yes, if you, example, want to use my tools to convert a car, when I did write that tool that converts rFactor 1 physics into rFactor 2 physics, I took all calculations from the Michael Borda Physics Spreadsheet, and that did only support this scheme. Not this scheme, the 4 double wishbone scheme. That means a double wishbone at each wheel. And yes, because of that, my tool, if you, for example, would upload such a PM file, cannot properly convert it, because, as said, I need to have double wishbones here too for the rear axle. And yes, this tool, this suspension editor, is a good tool to quickly check it, and also it did it if necessary. And the problem now is here that it's a little bit difficult to, it did it with the old or with this scheme, because there are not enough arms, and yes, the entries are different to them that are needed. And in that case, if you have such a configuration, I simply would go to the vehicles folder of the rFactor 1 installation. There you find a double wishbone PM, and you simply can use all rear, also all entries for the wheels. Sorry, all entries for the rear axle. Now it is right. And copy them here. Go to the tool. Just go to the 3D Viewer tab and mark all entries for the rear axle, remove them, and paste the copied entries into that PM file. Now when you save suspension as, or you can also see when you just click refresh 3D, you can see that it now has the proper suspension geometry. Now you can edit the points that they match to the geometry of your car. And if you are done, just say save suspension as, and yes, save as it is, because we have the copy of the original file, so you cannot overwrite it, and overwrite the original PM file in this case. And you, as I said, you can also edit these, yes, the entries for the under trace, or for the wheel position and such more. You can, yes, edit all positions that are shown here. And yes, if you want to use the tools, I would always recommend to use the double wishbone geometry, suspension geometry scheme for all 4 wheels. In the last Physics Spreadsheet from Michael Borda, there was also the option to add a solid rear axle, but as far as I know, there never have been released information how exactly you have to do that it works properly in game. So we are a bit lost at that point, and to be honest, I don't have the patience anymore to spend hours, days, weeks with testing how what maybe could work. So I always use this geometry, and that where I know that it really works. Okay, as said, I will put the link to this tool into the video description, yet you can try it out. If you have questions, you can contact me in the Studio 397 forum. My name there, my username is redapg, REDAPG. Feel free to contact me there. Yes, I hope this helps you a little bit, and thank you for watching.